In Book 2 of Gulliver's Travels, Swift exaggerated the flaws of the flesh to show a gross and brutish aspect of humanity. Gulliver again is cast ashore, this time in the land of the giant Brobdingnabs, and is picked up by a farmer.
He blew my hairs aside to take a better view of my face. He then placed me softly on the ground upon all four, but I got immediately up and walked slowly backwards and forwards to let those people see that I had no intent to run away.
In the first two books, the shifts in perspective, the defamiliarizing technique that's going on. I mean, at first, Gulliver is this huge giant in the middle of a land of dwarfs and pygmies. Then immediately, book 2 switches over to Gulliver as the dwarf himself in the land of giants. Everything is relative. We can't talk about things like size or any other kind of quality without talking about how it's relative to other things.
By changing perspective, Swift encourages us to see the world from a different angle, to understand what it feels like to be small and helpless before the forces of the world. Gulliver is thoroughly examined, is treated like a child, and is even assigned a nurse.
I was placed upon a table in the largest room of the inn, which might be near 300 feet square. My little nurse stood on a low stool close to the table to take care of me and direct what I should do. The Queen became so fond of my company that she could not dine without me. I had a table placed upon the same at which Her Majesty ate, just at her left elbow, and a chair to sit on.
But the world gradually becomes more ominous for little Gulliver.
2 rats ran smelling backwards and forwards on the bed, whereupon I rose in a fright and drew out my hanger to defend myself. The child seized me by the middle and got my head in his mouth. The dwarf took me up in both hands and, squeezing my legs together, wedged them into the marrow bone above my waist. The monkey was seen by hundreds in the court, holding me like a baby in one of his forepaws and feeding me with the other. I was almost choked with the filthy stuff. Then I fell to vomiting, which gave me great relief.
Swift insists on telling us things we don't want to know. I mean, whenever we see a film, we know that people have to go to the lavatory in the outdoors, but we don't particularly want to know about that. Swift insists on telling us.